Welcome to Murphy's Law On Whitetails, your guide to North America's #1 big game animal. Today's topic is one of my favorites, and that's whitetail antlers. And in particular, how antlers are different from horns, and also to share some of the latest scientific research on whitetail antler growth that I think you'll find very fascinating. First of all, let's talk about the differences between antlers and horns. Many hunters use these terms interchangeably. There are actually quite a number of fundamental, very important differences. First of all, antlers grow from the tip, horns from the base. Antlers are comprised of true bone, horns of compressed hair. Antlers are also grown and shed annually, in other words, replaced each year. Horned animals, they're permanent. That's actually a huge advantage to an antlered animal. If a whitetail breaks its antler or damages it during the growth period, during velvet, and has a deformity, it has the ability to fix that the following year with the next set of antlers. A horned animal, if it damages its horn, breaks it for example, it can't do anything about it. Once it's broke, it's broke. And that may actually reduce that animal's standing in the population. In other words, reduce it to a lower social rank, regardless of its age at that time. Antlers are actually a better reflector of an animal's age and standing in a population than horns. Because they are grown and produced annually, they reflect that animal's point in time, its age, its nutritional status, so forth. In general, whitetails will produce their best set of antlers between 5 and 7 years of age. So generally, they're going to be the most robust and have the highest standing in the population at that time. By comparison, a horned animal is going to have its largest horn at the time of death, but yet it was probably an outcast and past its breeding prime many years before that. Researchers have shown that whitetail antler growth is actually a form of controlled bone cancer. Deer in general are the only species that can start and stop a form of cancer that we know of. Researchers have also shown that deer are the only species known that can go through a form of controlled osteoporosis each year during antler growth. To produce the size of antlers they do, as quickly as they do, they can't get enough nutrients from their diet. They have to rob those nutrients from their skeletal systems. So they actually go through osteoporosis to produce those antlers, and then they repair themselves. No other mammal is known to do that. A couple other really cool new findings is that the abscission layer, the connection between the dead antler at maturity and the living pedicle, is the only known connection between dead and living tissue in any mammal. And finally, velvet antler is the only known living tissue that can repeatedly heal itself with zero scarring. That's it for this week's episode of Murphy's Law. I hope you learned something. And until next time, be sure to subscribe to our YouTube channel and check out all the great content at HuntStand.com.